Welcome to the DIYS podcast. You're welcome.
Yeah, we are here. This is the DIYS podcast.
Yep.
Which means the do-it-yourself podcast.
Yes.
Hosted by me,
Okay.
Sir Patrick Omotayo. And with me is my co-host.
Yep.
Introduce yourself, Jerry.
Okay. To everybody listening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, I don't know where you are in the world, but wherever you are, I'm greeting you. I go by the name Kelvin Amani, and I'm a good friend of Sir Patrick, and we are here to share part of our lives with you, to share this podcast with you. This is the DIYS podcast, which means the do-it-yourself podcast, and we'll be sharing part of our lives. This podcast actually entails a lot, but I'll let Sir Patrick break it down to everybody, and he'll tell you from his own point of view what it means and what we'll be doing throughout the podcast. So yeah, Sir Patrick, tell our listeners, let them know.
Well, this podcast is just to help our viewers in so various ways.
Yeah.
Because we'll be inviting other people.
Yes.
From all walks of life.
Yeah.
People that are well-to-do.
Yeah.
People that we want to share what they did to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And I think that is very, very important, because there's no knowledge is lost
At all.
so in every areas, it might be music, it might be selling, it might be football,
Politics.
anyway, politics, as long as they are moving forward.
Yeah.
So we want to know, what did they do differently?
Yeah. How did they get there?
Yes, how did they get there? So
Yeah.
this will be sharing here,
Okay.
and then I think from my point of view,
Yeah. As you guys heard what Mr. Patrick just said, we are not motivational speakers, even though that's what motivational speakers used to say before they start motivating you. We are not. We are just guys in somewhere in the world who are just trying to make life a better place, because we are tired of seeing how life is and how life treats people like us. So we're just trying to help people with ideas and other ideas from other people. One of the people I look up to, which is Jay-Z, Sir Sean Carter from Brooklyn, he said, every human being has a genius level talent. Every human being. So the willingness for that talent to come out is what you actually do with your life and how you act on that talent. So I believe that every human being has one thing in them that needs to shine. So our work on this podcast is to bring people from different walks of life, like Mr. Patrick said. We'll bring them. You might be a photographer, you might be a chef, you might have a bunch of businesses. We just bring these people to tell you, it might be just one thing that they say that will just hook you. Then you will move on in your life. So we're just trying to help people tap into that thing.
Yeah.
So Patrick,
well,
tell them.
I've been wondering. They used to say the blacks that the blacks have issues. But is that really true? Or what do you think?
Well, I became conscious of race. I became conscious of race at a very young age. I was in social studies class when this man, I will not forget his name. Sir Patrick, please, what's teacher in Yoruba?
Oluko.
Yes. He was a Yoruba teacher, and he was also our social studies teacher. So he was teaching us about race. I didn't know anything about race. I only watched movies on TV. But he was saying that there are some places in the world where they hate on you because of the color of your skin.
Really?
So I did not understand that concept of what that was. Then he started to explain, telling us stories. I'm like, wow. So this thing actually happens around the world. So to your question, before I divert, I was going somewhere else. Yeah, you said if blacks are really like bad as they say we are, I feel like we are a very misunderstood race. I feel like a lot of people don't understand us. A lot of people don't understand, and that brings fear. They say Nas said that you don't. People fear what they don't understand, and they hate what they can't conquer. You understand? So, because of that fear, we have been marginalized. We're not free anymore because of that fear. Not everybody is bad. Like every race has a bad person. Every race has a bad person. It was
Exactly.
a white kid shot a church in the US. So I won't say that black people are like bad, but the camera is on top of us. If a black person does something, they will focus the camera on the person. They'll focus the camera on the person and say, yes, this black guy, he did this, he did that. But when the white people do that same thing, they will not focus on them like they are doing us. You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So over the years, it has been like that. They will just be, yeah, black people did this, black people did that. And because of that reason, black people that have talents will just be scared to like act on that talent. There are a lot of people that are very talented that do 9-to-5 jobs, but they have one thing that they know how to do. But because of that fear of, if I do what I know how to do now, they will just hate me that it's causing trouble or whatever. Yeah, so that's it. But I know that we are amazing people. We are misunderstood people. There's trouble in our race too. I understand that. But overall, we are good. I'm a black person, so I'm biased. So leave me alone.
Well, from my point of view, I think we are great people as well.
Yes.
The issue is just that we started late.
Yes,
exactly. We started late, and that is why we are trying to meet up with the other part of the world.
Actually, sorry, Sapat.
Okay.
We are catching up.
We are trying to catch up.
And it's scary.
Exactly.
Because we started so late and we are catching up. That's the scary thing.
Exactly. So that is why they find out that, these people, they are like the way whites see Africans is that they say that we are strong, we are bigger, and then we are bold. Yeah, and that is scary, like
very
you
scary.
said. So that is why they try to paint us, because whatever, no matter how small it is, that thing that you do, as long as it's negative, they will expound it.
They'll magnify it.
Yeah, they will magnify it and make sure they nail you for that. And if it is white that did something like that, they will tamper justice with mercy. But this is now. I think we now have a lot of job to do.
Yes.
We have work to do because now when the camera is on you, it is very, 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 very easy for you to succeed.
That's true.
It is easy for you to succeed. It is easy for you to fall.
Okay.
So now, if you do any good thing, and then you continue doing it, then they'll put you in good people errand.
Okay.
So, and then if you misuse it, very easy to fall the drill. Fall out of the drill. So that is why we need to be careful.
Yeah.
We need to make sure we change. We do the right thing. When you continue to do the right thing, then you'll get it.
Okay.
I want to make an example. In the past in US, the blacks are marginalized.
Yes,
they can't do anything. They can't walk anywhere. So that is why they decided to start sports.
Yeah.
All those active sports like their football. The one
the
hockey.
the one that they throw now.
They throw. Yeah. They started it because there's nothing they could do.
Yeah.
They were just doing it in the school and everything like that. And now they find a way for themselves.
Yeah.
It's just that some are still not understanding what is happening.
Yeah.
So as black race, or anybody in entire world, as long as you have searchlight on you, it is easy for you to make it.
Okay.
It is easy for you to fall out.
Okay.
So
Patrick,
yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to you and I just feel like asking a question.
Yeah.
You said something. You said it's easy for someone under the camera to succeed.
Yeah.
Now, I want to interpret that camera as pressure.
Okay.
Is that okay for me to interpret?
No. It's
because
it can relate to pressure.
Yeah, because when everybody's watching you, you have to perform, right? So that one is pressure too. So let's put it like that. Yeah. But not everybody can perform well under pressure.
You're right.
So now, if you make a mistake under that pressure, okay, I feel like society doesn't take that mistake right.
Yeah.
That's where black people are bad. That's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Because now there are some people, I work well under pressure. I actually like pressure. There are some people that don't like pressure, they hate it. So they are put under that spotlight, and then because of that fear that comes, they tend to like act out.
Mm-hmm.
But they acted out one time, but the sin of that acting out is not casted on top of them, and then is a brand.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do we say like concerning something like that? How can someone survive that? Okay, if we have 1 million people, 500 can't survive under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do those people survive?
Yeah, when it comes to pressure is very good because that you can only think well when you are against the wall.
Yes.
So because sometimes you try to excuse yourself, they're trying to pressurize you, but when you get to the wall, you can think well.
Yeah.
And that comes from when you have enough money and you're spending. When it gets to, like maybe you have
you have 1 million. You don't have 50,000 left.
Then your senses will come. Oh my God, I need to buy this. I need to get this right. Yes. So that is if you are under pressure, right? Mm-hmm. It is very, very easy for you to succeed. Why? Is because one, you have aim, you have reason, you want to prove. You want to prove yourself.
Okay.
That I want to show you that I will succeed.
Okay.
That is number one. Though not everybody does see things like that.
Yes.
Some, I think some just do.
They just act out according to the first thing that comes to mind.
Exactly. But when you're under pressure, first thing is get your know the reason why you want to do something.
Okay.
You want to prove your stand, or you want to prove your family that they have catered for you, they have did a lot of things, and now you want to repay them by being a better person, or you want to have money, financial, your status financially. You don't want to repeat what happens to your parents. So those are the pressure. And again, when the searchlight is on you because you're black, now that should help you to do the right thing.
Okay.
Now, look at Nigerian. For example, people are talking about Nigeria negatively, but when you go to the United States, Nigerians has the highest number of educated persons.
Yes, that's facts.
Yes,
that's facts.
And there's a doctor that did operation to a baby in the stomach. During pregnancy.
Yeah,
he operated the mother. Then operated the child outside. Then kept him back.
He put back the baby inside.
Back the baby inside.
That's amazing.
And the mother gave birth naturally.
Wow.
After that. So, and that is Nigerian person.
Yes.
And the name, that stigma is there.
Yes.
People call it.
Okay.
So they respect him.
Yeah. I'll let you finish. There's something I wanted to say about that Nigerian doctor.
Yeah. So now with that, nobody can take it away from that guy.
Yes.
And it's very easy because I believe there are many people, there are many doctors, other races that did things. They have done something
things
like
of that magnitude.
They just believe that, no, this is different person. So, yeah.
Okay. Something I will say before I go back to the doctor thing. I wanted to I have a whole thing I want to ask you about that. So, first of all, we don't have. I don't think we have a blueprint on how to survive as black people. Now, there's a lot of pressure. People tend to take the pressure the right way. Some people take it wrong. Now we can take the music industry for example. They make money. They wear chains. They buy flashy cars. They live the best lives. But someone like me now that I'm doing a bunch of jobs, so I make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
But because of the musicians are the people that I'm seeing. The musicians are the people that I'm looking at. So I want to emulate that lifestyle. So because of the pressure around me, I decide to I have this $5,000. I will buy the best shoes and the best clothes, and so I could just front and just live like those people. So there are some people that don't have an example or a way to emulate a good lifestyle, because the people that the doctor, like you just said now, let me now go back there. The doctor that you now said now, a rapper is popular, social media, they are big.
Times 3,
but
times
this
5.
news now, this doctor thing that you just said now, I'm
few
hearing
people
it for the first time, Sir Patrick. See, I'm telling you, I'm hearing it for the first time. Now, we don't have a lot of examples like that, but I'm sure that there are a lot of people, there are a lot of Nigerians doing amazing stuff like that, but they are not being, their lights is not being shined, But I can check, I can look at Whiskey, I can look at Davido, and I want to live that way. But that doctor is not in our eyes to see. What can we do to intensify that thing?
No. That I don't think that is right. That's not correct. To some extent, it's correct to other extent. It depends on your focus.
Okay.
If you're a doctor, ask any doctor. They know about it because the focus, that is their focus.
Yeah.
Who is doing this? Who is doing that? On that field.
Yeah.
Maybe you are very versatile in music. That's your field.
Yeah.
And that is why you
I'm
see more
on that.
Yeah, you see more of them. So that is, I think that should answer that.
Okay.
But now there's a question I want us to really talk about.
Okay.
Now, it's our leader the problem or the youth? And when I'm saying leader, that is African leaders.
Yeah, you're saying in general now.
Yes,
in general.
not Nigeria or whatever.
Yeah,
because
not being specific.
You can see leaders in other countries, 58 years in presidency, and they don't want to step down. Tons of them like that.
Yeah, because they know the fruits that they're enjoying.
So that doesn't really make sense, right?
Yes.
So now, is the leader the problem or the youth?
Okay. This is what I would say. The leaders are problems to an extent, but I feel like some of the youths that have an advantage in life are starting to use. Some of the youths that have an advantage in life, maybe they have talents or they have a zeal to do something. Everybody's now starting to use the leadership as an excuse not to make it in life. So, and I feel like that is becoming another problem on its own. The leaders have been a problem for years. It's not today. Exactly. They've been problem for a lot of time, for years and years and years and years since I was born. since I came to this earth, I've been hearing about leaders being the problem. They did this, they did that, they did this, they did that. But you cannot tell me that since the 90s, we've not found a way to like survive outside of the leaders. You know, you can't tell me that it's like a community that doesn't have a like where to get water, and then for years they won't use water. No, they'll find a way. It's either they find a river or a stream or whatever to get water. So we've been surviving under this bad leadership for years across Africa. But some people are making it, you know.
Exactly.
Some personal people are making it. They are doing good in life. So why are they not complaining about leaders? Because they realize that when they started to like work on themselves, when they started to take advantage of what they had inside of them, life became better for them, and they realized that, oh, these leaders are not even doing, they're not supposed to do anything for us. Even though we have zero structure, they still made it.
Exactly.
You know, so of course the leaders are a problem, but I don't think that in this day and age we should be complaining much on the leaders anymore, because we've adapted to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a very good one, and I think if you are born poor, it's not your fault.
Yes.
Quite all right. You are born without silver spoon, it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
But if you die poor,
that's your fault.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
What are the reasons? I think if you're on this earth, especially the millennials right now,
yeah,
you know, we are exposed to a lot of information.
Yes.
And it's just that we are not using it. Why? Because we focus on, it's easy to point fingers. To say, oh, you are the cause, you are the, yes, it's my dad is poor, we don't have anything. Quite all right. So, but the thing we have to take care of is that we need to learn how to do things ourselves. So, and that is the
essence.
Name
the
of this
essence of our
podcast. Yes. You know, you have to learn how to do things yourself.
Yes.
Do it yourself. How can you do things yourself? You know, you utilize, you know, all these things. Okay. Some people, I've heard someone and said, you can make it even while you are in Nigeria. And they would say, no, there's no light, there's no electricity, there's nothing.
No, there's always an excuse.
Yes. Now, when you come to abroad, or you are in overseas, say Malaysia, America, wherever they are, you know, and then you still end up complaining
about the leadership in Nigeria.
Yeah, you still complaining because, and the reason why people are doing that is just that, see, they are not, I mean, when I say people, I mean the youth. Now, we're about the youth, not about the leader. The leaders, we need to render the leaders useless. You know, when I say useless, they are not involved.
So Patrick, I love
in our life.
I love the way you put that phrase.
Exactly.
Render the leaders useless.
Useless. They are not involved in our life. They can't dictate the millennials' life. They can't tell you what to do. Yeah. Really, they don't tell you what to do.
They've not been involved for a long time.
Exactly.
Actually.
So now we need to take it from here to rise up. When you have any amount you have, think about the money. What can I do with this amount of money? How can I double it? How can I triple it? Think about exponential growth.
Yes.
But most of us, we just get that money and we squander it.
We want to boil now.
Yeah, boiling.
You want to buy the latest of clothes and drive the latest of cars.
They were talking about, there's someone I was listening to, a motivational speakers, and that guy was saying they asked Warren Buffett that, why can't you change your car? He has been using the car for 17 years. He said it's expensive, but he said, you are $1 billion richer.
Yeah.
Well, he said no. Then he did the calculation. If the amount to buy that car if you use it, if you put it in certain business, it did the mass, and then it's awesome. It's a lot of money that he realized from that. So he said cars it's just liabilities,
of course.
So, and that, I think that is the essence of our problem. If you see the leaders, what are they getting? Cars. Buy different type of cars. Even they will, so they're not doing things. And now we, the youth, who are repeating,
we're emulating that lifestyle.
The same thing.
Saying it
because if you get to look at things, the leaders right now, they are the youth before.
Yes, now
they were
younger.
They were the youth.
Yes,
that time, and now they are leaders.
Yeah.
So we the millennials, we are lucky.
Yes,
because we are exposed to a lot.
We have a lot of tools.
Yes, a lot. So the internet is there. You can learn a lot. You can learn how to YouTube. With YouTube, you don't need to go to school.
Yeah, there's Google. There's YouTube.
Everything.
A lot of things you can do.
They will do it like that. You can repair your car with YouTube.
Yes.
So we have a lot of tools, and it's just that we focus more on the negative side.
Yes, and that's bad.
Yes, when you focus on negative, and your brain cannot do things at the time.
Yeah.
If you are negative,
you will be going
keep on negative.
Yeah. That's the part.
Yes, it headed to.
Yeah.
You can focus on two things at a time. That's the brain. Brain switches. When you are negative, it will be negative. When you are positive,
it will be positive. That's facts.
So you need to, and then, for example, if you keep your arm to your chest, and then you keep it there for, and maybe they tie it and they keep it there for like 10 years.
Yeah.
That hand will not be straightened. You can't straighten the hand again. It will be fixed.
True. Yeah.
So the more you're being negative, the more you are not saying anything good.
Yeah.
Even they give you the whole tool, the entire tool, then you will still look for something negative to talk.
See, there's always there's always an excuse. And not to be spiritual, but I feel like there's power in the tongue. You understand?
Exactly.
I feel like what you prophesy is what happens to you. And that's what's happening in our generation. A lot of people are like saying, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. That's the word. I cannot do it. But why can't you do it? That's the question I always ask. Why can't you do it?
Well, especially when you speak, I cannot do it. Anything you say, your brain walk towards it.
Yes, that's it.
That is what the grab.
Yes.
So when you, for example, you're driving and then there's a car in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit the car. Automatically your leg is going to apply brake.
Yes.
So that's the way our brain is wired.
Yeah.
When you say I cannot do it, you will stop thinking about it.
You will not find any solution to that problem.
Your brain will not look for solution.
Because you've already told yourself that
you cannot
do it.
Exactly.
I realized that a long time ago. Yeah. I thought it was late when I actually realized, but I realized it wasn't late. See, when you say something, if you have a problem and you tell yourself, I cannot do that thing, automatically the sense in your brain that works with solution finding will shut down.
Exactly.
You will be unable to find solutions. But when you leave yourself opened to like, let me wait.
How can I do it?
Let me check. Let me ask somebody.
How can I buy a house? How can I
start a business?
Yes. How can I do this? You know how? When you say how, your brain will be thinking.
Yes, your brain will go a million ways. We went, myself and Sir Patrick. I think 2 days ago we went for a conference at Sheraton Hotel. There were a lot of people there, and it was Dr. C.K. Charles. Shout out to him. Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah. Me and Sir Patrick were there. We're just observing, because me and him, we have I don't want to call it obsessive compulsive disorder. We are very hands-on. We like to do our things ourselves. So when we see someone that preaches that kind of thing, we like to be there. But we're just observing to see what was going on. So we went there, and he made a statement. He said, if in this age you are jobless and you are not making any money, then you are a fool.
Wow.
when he said that thing, I laughed because I realized, and I knew the next thing he was going to say was social media, and immediately he said, "You have Instagram, you have YouTube, you have," and I'm like, yes, this, you are saying it, because our generation is like, we have social media became a thing. Like, Facebook came out first. There were no ads at the time, it just came and it was doing its thing. But now, there's 1,000,001 things you could do. There are platforms where you can apply your skills. Yeah, sorry, it's another story again. Sorry, before I go back. So, me and Mr. Patrick got there. We got there very, very early. So, we actually thought we were late because we left home late. But that's another case. So, we got there. Then we sat down. Then some other people came to join us. So, there was this girl that came. So she works somewhere around the city, Sha. So I was just looking at Sir Patrick. I wanted to see what he was going to do. Then the girl was telling him, I don't have money. Life is hard. And me, I know Sir Patrick. Mr. Patrick will find, if he doesn't have money, he will find 1,000,000 things to do to just to get money. And that's with me too. So Mr. Patrick was like, why don't you have other jobs you can do? You are going to school. Like, there are 1,000,000 things you can do. And she was like, no, I don't know how. This and this. I beg people for money. And guess what Mr. Patrick did? He took his phone and he opened up a website. I don't want to say the website name because they are not paying us money. But he opened up a website and he showed her that you can actually apply your skills here. No,
you can say the website. Some people might gain from it.
The website is Fiverr. It's FIVER. You can Google it. And so, do you know there's something about that website that amazes me? There are skills that you don't know that you have.
Yeah, it's listed there.
I saw emotional speaker, or I think like if maybe they broke your heart and you need someone to talk to. Yeah. That kind of thing was there. And he was telling her, he was trying to tell her that, you can do this. You can find a job here. But I noticed something from the girl. She was reluctant. Yeah. Because she already made up her mind that
she want to ask for money.
Yeah, she already made up her mind that, no, I want you to give me money. I don't want to work for it. That was the energy I was getting from her. But Sir Patrick kept trying, but she didn't get what he was trying to do. Now, I'm using that girl as a case study to a bunch of people in my generation. I'm saying my generation because I've noticed it a lot. We will prefer for someone to give us 1,000,000 naira than for that person to give us an internship in their office. Now, Charlemagne the God said, we don't recognize opportunity if there's no paycheck attached to it. Now, the thing is that if they ask Dangote, if Dangote says, oh, I'll give you $1,000,000 or I will hire you as an intern in my office, I'll pick the internship.
Yeah.
Because
there's a lot to learn.
Mr. Patrick, I'm looking down because imagine you're working there. The kind of connections.
Well, some people will disagree with you. I know, because when it's $1,000,000 and
an internship,
a lot of people will disagree with you.
Yes,
I think that either way is right. Okay, either way is right, because if you tell someone I can, you are right. If you said I can, you are still right. So because it's a choice, But what we need to really work on now, what we really have to work on, is that we need to start doing things ourselves.
Yes.
So when you start doing things yourself, then you want to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, I want to repair my generator set. Okay. Or I want to repair my fridge. I want to repair my television. I want to, there are some guys, for example, they are married, but they can't do anything anything. No,
Sir Patrick,
they can't fix things.
You don't have to tell me that.
They can't
I know people like that.
You know, no,
I know people like that.
You don't have to do everything, but at least when you
have
in your
knowledge.
youth, yes, you have knowledge of things. You know how to do it. You might have the money, so you call someone to do it for you. But just make sure you know how
knowledge.
to.
No, having the money is a privilege.
Exactly.
But you having that knowledge of that thing is amazing.
Yeah, there are many people, they lay them off their job and then they had nothing.
Yeah, it's over.
That is so wrong. Though I've been in that class before.
Yeah.
Because I've worked in so many places. And then I figure out that when you are working for someone, you are working as if just pay me and let me go. But you are not
to survive.
Exactly. Instead of you to learn everything possible at that particular period
in your life.
Yes.
So that you can be able to lift
exactly.
yourself.
So you when you are computer engineer, where you get to a particular company, then by the time you are leaving, you are computer engineer, then maybe you know how to repair like a printer.
Yes.
Now you can fix photocopy machine.
Acquired knowledge.
Exactly. Because you see someone, they are fixing machine there, then you are there asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be your field, but that can still help you.
Yes.
Because when you now stand alone, you want to open another big brand and something like that. Then if someone, you are buying that thing and someone tell you, oh, the toner is bad. Then you
just do it.
You just look at the toner.
There was something.
No, toner is still good.
There was something you told me this morning when you were bringing me to your house. You said no knowledge is wasted.
No.
Now, see, I can easily apply that to my life. Because I can just, my phone can ring now and I'll pick it and they will say, we are looking for somebody that want to do this thing, and I'll tell them I can do it. It happens to me every single day because I'm the type of person, I don't want to hype myself too much, but I feel like I'm like a magnet. I'll just be magneting the skill just in little bits. Then I'll use the aid of the internet to amplify it on the way. So that's the thing. Those little acquired knowledge, if you go to an office and you're the IT person and they are doing sales in that office, people are making calls around you trying to convince people to buy a certain product. You can put your ears down to learn that sales, because people that do sales, they do a lot of work. It's not easy to make someone that doesn't want to buy a t-shirt buy that t-shirt. It's like magic sometimes. So you can acquire that knowledge, and then there are other skills too. And before you know, you've empowered yourself enough to open something for yourself, to start something for yourself.
Oh, okay. There's let me before we go, let's just discuss about this before we call it a day.
Okay.
Does language should be a barrier?
Is language a barrier?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think language is a barrier. Sapat, I can give you. Okay, I'll give you two examples from the entertainment industry, because that's where I'm vast. But I'll give you two examples. Now, in Nigeria, in around 2009-10, a rapper from Jos named MI, he came into the scene, and then before he came, there were other guys too. There were people from the east, the Yorubas. So they used to rap. Those guys were doing rap music. They would drop music, but it wouldn't, like, they were not selling. So MI came with English. He came from the Jos, and it turned rap into a mainstream thing. And then for a while, he lost the crowd. Now, there were some guys again from the east and like from the Yoruba side, Olamide and Fino. Now, I don't listen. I don't know Igbo. I don't know anything from the eastern part of Nigeria, but I can listen to 4 of his songs and I'll be dancing. But I don't understand it.
Exactly.
He's selling out.
Melody.
He's selling out
to every part
of the world.
Yeah.
But in that instance, we cannot say language is a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that aside, there are two guys. They are twins. They are from France. They call them the Les Twins. I don't think those guys speak any English, but they've danced for Beyonce. They've danced for Alicia Keys. They've danced for like the top artists in the world, because their talent has overshadowed that language. You understand? So when somebody tells me language is a barrier, no, language is not a barrier. Trust me. Language is not a barrier. There's a friend of mine.
Messi cannot speak English.
Yes, there's a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine that works now. I think he's earning maybe like $5,000. Sir Patrick, if you convert that to ringgit, you know how much it is.
Yeah, 20,000.
I think he's earning it here in Malaysia. I think that's what his salary is. Now, when you come to Malaysia, they'll tell you that there are no jobs. They'll tell you that you can't work jobs. But that aside, he's working amongst people that don't speak enough English like he does. But that's not where his specialty is. The language is not what is working with him. He's an IT person. He does programming. That's what is paying him. They don't care about the language you speak. They just ask you, can you execute this task? If you say yes, let's try you out. They test you. You bring a good result. That's it. The language is out.
Exactly.
If it's possible for them to hire somebody to help you convert your language to theirs, they will do it, because you
have the quality.
Your skill has overshadowed
the language.
What is language apart? See, I have too many examples, but I just want to say that let's not use language as an excuse.
Yeah, so our listeners, please, you have to know that language is never a barrier.
It's not.
And so please, we're going to call it a day, and then we're going to round up for today.
Yeah. First of all, once again, we'd like to introduce ourselves. I go by the name Kelvin Amani, and that's my friend.
Yeah, my name is Sir Patrick Omotayo,
and this is DIYS podcast, the Do-It-Yourself podcast.
Yeah,
we'll be coming up with our schedules soon. Because we'll be doing this in a weekly thing. We invite a bunch of people that are good at their fields. We'll be updating you guys, and we hope we become like a household name.
Exactly.
So hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. God bless you. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Bye.
Peace.